Hey everyone, it's Jamie from IndependenceStTarot and Seasons and Ritual, and we're here to talk about this beautiful super blue full moon in Pisces that's happening today, August 30th. A lot of people are saying August 30th to the 31st, so let's just take it for 2 days. It is a super moon, it is a blue moon, and they say that when we have two full moons in 30 to 31 days, we call that a blue moon, and it's super rare. That's why people always say that'll happen every once in a blue moon, or yeah, so and so will call it every once in a blue moon, and that's where we get that saying from. So when blue moons come up, um, they're very powerful, and they're very, very powerful, and to really go into your dreams and talk about your desires, and not just like the surface level of your desire, but what makes you desire that? What do you desire in order to have that desire, if that makes sense? So use this time to really go in and see what it is that you would like to start experiencing now moving forward, and what it is that you really desire. What are your dreams? This is a full moon. The super moon part of it is it makes it appear larger. So it looks like we're getting more of that full moon energy. And so see what's being illuminated in you. And you should be able to see what's being illuminated, which you don't want that energy anymore. On the other hand, this is the energy you want to come in. So with full moons, and this is scientifically true, we are actually all more psychic during full moons. So use that to your advantage. Again, set those intentions, speak them out, set these intentions on these full moons. And then, because you can see clearly what's not working, and it's okay if it's not working, then you know how to change course, right? Like, as they say, maybe you got to pivot. So this is a great time to kind of set some guidelines on where you're going to pivot. But this is also a great time to see, where it is that you want to go. Let's talk a little bit about Pisces. Pisces, this full super blue moon is in Pisces. And Pisces is a mutable sign. Pisces takes us from winter into spring, right? Everyone can't wait to get into Aries season after Pisces season. Pisces is a water sign. I always see mutable signs as being extremely powerful. A lot of times they were given a bad rap. Coming out of that, I always call it like the patriarchal zodiac. We're coming out of that patriarchal zodiac, and we're starting to come into a new zodiac that's more inclusive, right? More rounded. It shows how things actually do work together. And so in the old astrology, all mutable signs were extremely wishy-washy. And I see mutable signs as being very strong because they have to move us from one season to the next, whether if we want to go or not. Now with Pisces, we are all ready to get into spring. So people really love Pisces season because we know spring is coming up. And if you want to, the moon will then move into Aries after being in Pisces. So you can almost see that. Like, allow yourself to dream big, allow yourself to go into these depths, allow yourself to move into this new version of you, into this new energy of you. Allow the old to stay and just be transmuted or to be washed away. Let it go one direction while you go the next. And that's the power of mutable signs. And in the power of Pisces, Pisces is the mystic. Because Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, it does have a little bit of each sign in it. And what is strong about Pisces is when Pisces in its highest power, it knows exactly what needs to be let go. And it knows if it lets it go, it'll change just like that. It shifts energy from one form of energy into the next form of energy. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is the planet of dreams. My cat has decided to come and say hello. Neptune, Neptune ruled the ocean, right? The water, if you think of the water like the womb where everything is created, we need water. Water sustains us. Water is that life force. So allow you guys to go take a dip in the water, like allow things just to run, like when you have a long day and you can't wait to go take a shower. It's all that same energy, so allow the power of water to move you in this space where we are now. And I say that knowing when it's not contained, it's, destructive, right? We just had the 18-year anniversary of Katrina yesterday, and I know there is a hurricane coming in, unfortunately, onto Florida. So, when I say that the power of water, it is that deep understanding and giving it reverence of how much power water has, right? And so it's important for us. Drink lots of water today, hydrate yourself, understand the importance and the power of water, why we need it, why we cry tears, why we do feel thirsty. Use all these things that we know, well, every day, but especially on these 2 days with this super full moon. Pisces, Jesus Christ is that Christ conscious, if you will, that energy, it was brought in with him. And after he died, he was associated with the symbol of the fish, right? Because it was the age of Pisces. And when Pisces, to me, he was the perfect example of that Piscean energy, because when he did, according to the story, when he did die, he was quote unquote born again, or however you want to say it, rose. Yes, we'll say he rose. And so everyone could see him in a different form, right? So in his one form of Pisces, he was human, but then when he transferred into that other form immediately, right? He immediately transferred. Then he was in spirit form. And that's how I see Pisces. Pisces is really good at letting things go, letting things die, letting the old form die, letting the old idea die, letting the old way of being die. And that is Pisces in its highest version. Pisces in its lowest version is just the opposite of that. It won't let anything die. It's very obsessive. It's stuck in the illusion. It's like, no, this is still happening, right? And everyone's like, no, that ship has sailed years ago, right? And so it's important with this Pisces super full blue moon to bring in this new energy, or this energy of Pisces when it's in its highest form, when it is the mystic, when it can look and have a little bit of each sign in it and say, okay, look, this all needs to go because we got to get here. So let's get here. And then it just happens, right? It doesn't have to be long and torturous and drawn out and all those things, like the story of, JC, where he had to do this, he had to drag that, they had to put him up there, all that stuff. Okay, that's also very age of Pisces and very patriarchal stuff, right? We can be in this age of Aquarius, we can be in this seeing Pisces and allowing that energy just to end what needs to end, and us to show up in this new form, us to show up in this new energy, us to see these new ways to make our dreams move forward, right? So dream big. It's a blue moon, right? It's a blue moon. So bring in these dreams, listen to what your intuition says. Make notes today if you can. Even if you just know, like you're just aware this is a blue moon, just say thank you. I am aware it's a blue moon. I am aware that I can set intentions. I'm allowing to what needs to end, and I'm allowing what needs to show up. And I allow myself to have the strength, courage, and knowledge to see the difference between the two. And it's going to be very natural. It's going to be very natural. It always is. When you start saying, once you just start having this, once you just start observing yourself and observing, like, those are my thoughts. Ooh, I don't need those thoughts anymore. That's where all the change happens. That's when you wake up, right? When they say people are waking up, they start waking up to see that, oh, this is what I've been thinking, or this is what I've been taught, and this is what I've been told. I don't want that. What I want is this. Oh, okay, well, if I think I can have that, I can do this. These opportunities are showing up. That's the shift, you guys. That's the shift. And we're all shifting. So allow the super blue moon to bring in the energy that we need. It's going to sit with us, so just because, or let's just say you stumble upon this later down the road, this super blue moon energy is still here. You would just take a few breaths and tap back into the super blue moon energy. Okay. Energy doesn't leave, right? We can transmute it. But it doesn't leave. So you can tap into this energy anytime. And also the same thing, just these 2 days, it's going to be with us for a while. Okay. So keep bringing it. If you go and look at the moon and you start to feel some sort of way, hopefully calm and peaceful, then use that, how that makes you feel when you think about this full moon. Allow that to come in and help lubricate these dreams that you have, these hopes, these desires. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Have a happy full blue super moon in Pisces. Like Helen said, let it go with the flow. Let the things wash away that don't need to be here. And then you jump in your little canoe and turn it into the way you want the tide and the current to move you, because it's going to be a lot smoother than we think, because we're awake and we're noticing, and we realize we do have the power within us and the collective power. Okay, you guys, I'll come on later with the pool for the midweek pool. Yep. All right. Till then, have a great day.